Welcome to Asian Music Idol, your ultimate backstage pass to the hottest stars and stories in Asian pop.
Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're jumping into something that's really been making waves online. We're talking about that heart-pounding cliff climb by Chinese superstar Wang Yibo.
Right, the footage is pretty intense.
For anyone who doesn't know, Wang Yibo's huge singer, actor, dancer, and his show, Exploring the Unknown, has this massive following.
Absolutely. Multi-talented.
Yeah. So, our mission today, unpack this whole thing. You know, the climb itself, how people reacted, and like what it says about pushing boundaries in entertainment now.
Yeah, authenticity versus risk. That's the core of it.
Exactly. We've got this YouTube video, supposedly from season 2 of his show, and it's just sparked conversation everywhere. Let's get into it.
Let's do it.
Okay, so the video itself shows him scaling this, like, near vertical rock face, 480 meters.
It's staggering.
And not just anywhere, but some remote canyon out in California. I mean, watching it, my hands were sweating just thinking about that height.
And what the sources really stress is how tough the conditions were. They talk about treacherous weather.
Like rain.
Torrential rain, yeah, and slippery rock surfaces. It took hours, apparently. Grueling stuff.
Wow.
It demanded, not just incredible physical shape, but real mental grit, too.
Yeah, you can see that.
And it's important, like you said, he had a professional climbing team there. He wasn't totally alone.
Right. That's key context. Support was there.
But it doesn't really take away from the personal challenge he faced,
No, absolutely not. You watch him, and what strikes you is just his intense focus. He looks so calm, so determined. For someone so famous, it really seems to show this, like, deep commitment to being authentic, to doing it for real.
Yeah.
How does something like this compare to, say, his usual work? Like getting ready for a tour or a film role? Is the pressure totally different?
That's a really interesting question. Performing, acting that takes discipline, for sure, loads of it.
Right.
But a challenge like this, an extreme one in nature, it adds this element of, well, raw, uncontrolled reality. It's unpredictable.
I see. So it's not just about nailing a performance.
Yep. Exactly. And if you look back, this isn't completely out of the blue for him. Season 1 of the show had him doing some pretty intense stuff, too.
Oh, yeah. Like what?
Venturing into jungles, surviving harsh conditions, that sort of thing. He's built a reputation for this.
Okay, so there's a history here.
Definitely. But this climb, everyone seems to agree it's the most dangerous thing he's attempted yet. It really pushes the envelope.
And, well, pushing the envelope like that definitely got people talking. Huge reactions. Right?
Oh, absolutely. A massive ripple effect.
You saw this real mix from his fans. Total awe, but also, like, serious concern.
That contrast was clear.
There was that one comment that went viral, the Chinese one.
Right. Please stop risking yourself like this.
Exactly. It just perfectly shows how much his fans care,
Yeah.
even while they admire his guts.
And that conversation didn't just stay with the fans. It spread pretty widely.
To the media.
Yeah, Chinese media, international media, headlines were questioning if it was, reckless courage. People started asking about the safety measures.
Understandable.
It basically reignited that whole debate.
Yeah.
How far do you go for realism in documentaries or shows like this? Where's the line between authenticity and safety?
It's a tough balance. So, for you listening, what's the takeaway here? For a lot of people, this climb really says something about Wang Yibo's character, doesn't it? Brave, relentless.
Willing to go to incredible lengths, yeah. It cements that image.
How does that play out long term, do you think, for his brand, his connection with fans?
Well, it builds this persona of, genuine grit. It makes him stand out.
Right, not just a manufactured image.
Exactly. It creates this really powerful bond with the audience. It's not just watching a performance. It feels like you're witnessing a personal journey.
Connecting with nature, human limits.
Yeah, connecting with nature's power, but also seeing the edge of human strength and willpower, raw and unfiltered.
And you can bet the anticipation for Exploring the Unknown Season 2 is probably sky high now.
Oh, absolutely. The buzz is huge.
So it's this really interesting tension, isn't it? We admire people pushing limits, doing these incredible things. But then there's that very real worry about their safety when the stunts get this extreme.
It really is a fascinating dilemma. And it leaves us with a question, maybe.
Yeah.
As entertainment keeps pushing for more realness, more authenticity, how do we, the audience, handle that? How do we balance being inspired by seeing human limits tested with, the absolute need to make sure people are safe?
That's a deep thought. What's our role in all this?
Exactly. What responsibility do we have in shaping where that line gets drawn? Something to think about.
Thanks for watching Asian Music Idol. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to stay updated with the hottest buzz in Asian pop culture.